Okay, so recently there was a leak that was going around on Twitter, made its news wave through all the media of games, and it was about Game Boy Advance games getting leaked on Nintendo Switch Online, and I saw that, and I completely freaked out. So naturally, as a wise man of wisdom here, this got me thinking, what games do I really want to see actually get released on the Switch? Now, obviously, I'd like them all, but whenever some of your game library consists of things like Lilo and Stitch and Deal or No Deal, some of them probably aren't getting released. So I decided to craft a list of 10 games that I really think need to be re-released on this service if it ever actually comes to Switch Online or not. If they don't come to the service someday, I might have to go all up to Nintendo's headquarters like... But before we start the video, let's hear a word from today's sponsor, because nothing screeches a video's pacing more to a halt than whenever you get to hear a 1-minute segment about a product you don't give a shit about. Audiobooks! Okay, so first up on my list is an absolute classic of a video game. Over here in North America, and then, you know, up there in that there Europe, we did get F-Zero Maximum Velocity, and we did get F-Zero GP Legend, two fantastic Game Boy racing games that kind of look like crap compared to F-Zero Climax. I like to compare F-Zero Climax to like F-Zero GX. It's kind of just like a little portable version of it. So you got all the same types of movesets here. You can attack people, you can drift around corners, you can play as Captain Falcon. It's got tons of modes for a GBA game, and it also has a track creator? That's kind of cool. I'm gonna let you know a secret real quick. It's got one of the worst main menus I've ever seen. What the f*** is going on here? So to my understanding, the reason why F-Zero Climax didn't actually come out in the States and in Europe is because GP Legend, I don't really think was all that popular. And I'm talking about the show. That thing tanked. So they just kind of didn't really bother bringing out the game, which apparently is supposed to be the climax of that storyline. And I'll be honest, the story in GP Legend, it's not really that good. I was definitely playing GP Legend more just for the fact that it's a F-Zero racing game on my Game Boy Advance more than I was playing it because I cared about Zoda.
Oh, my time has finally come!
The main reason I want this to get re-released on the Switch is because so many people don't even know this game exists, or they've never played it. It's got amazing music, it's got awesome level layouts, and the fact that they squeezed all of this on a Game Boy cartridge, man, yeah, bravo, dude. Like, that's good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I am a massive fan of Game & Watch Gallery. I love all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, or Advanced for those of you across the seas here. I even made this custom box art and I put it on Twitter, so that means that I'm immensely a fan and I should get everything that I want. But dude, Game & Watch Gallery 4 is fantastic. This is easily the best out of any of the Game & Watch Gallery games. For one, it's got the tightest animations, it's got the most content out of any of those games possible. It looks the best, it sounds the best, plays the best. There are tons of games. I think there's 6 that you start out with, and then I think you unlock 5 more, and then I think there's like 9 more in the museum that you can unlock too. I hope I didn't spoil any of that for anyone, but I mean, this game came out in like 2003? I don't know. It's also Game & Watch Gallery. So if you aren't aware and you've been wondering why I've been sitting here and I haven't explained what the Game & Watch Gallery actually is, these games were basically Nintendo's way of remaking and repackaging their old Game & Watch games for a modern audience. They came out with 4 of them, 3 on the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color, and then 1 came out on the Game Boy Advance, and that's the one I'm talking about today. I remember this was my introduction to the Game & Watch Gallery games because I just found this on my brother's floor whenever I was 8 and I didn't know what it was, but I saw Waluigi punching Luigi in the face on the front cover, and I knew I had to play more of that. And because of these games, it introduced me to a huge amount of Nintendo history that I never even knew about. I played these games, and then I knew who Mr. Game & Watch was when I unlocked him in Super Smash Bros. Melee, and none of my other friends did, so that made me cool. I think Kirby sucks. Over the years, I have tried to get into Kirby games, and every time it fails, except for Kirby 64. I had a lot of fun with that one. Now, whenever I would look this up and try to figure out what the best Kirby game was based on people's recommendations, one that I kept seeing that I've actually never played until this video is Kirby the Amazing Mirror.
It's really
really good. I do have questions though. Why are there 4 Kirby's? I don't know who that is. Kind of just feel like I was dropped in here like it's like a random Metroidvania style game, but I don't know what the hell's going on. So, I'm not gonna lie, whenever I first started out, I was like, I mean, this is Kirby. You float and slow, and I think it's kind of easy and boring. But then, everything clicked once I got Fighter Kirby. Is this new power-up only in this game? I've never gotten this. I mean, granted, I haven't played that many Kirby games. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I've played every one or anything. Maybe this is in, like, 7 other ones. I don't know. I got it in this one, though, and holy crap. I'm hooked. Dude, it feels so good. Once I got that power up, it felt like I was protecting my own baby. I didn't want to lose it. And then the more I looked into it, yeah, this is actually like a full-blown Metroidvania game that's more supposed to be catered to like multiplayer, but you can play it single player. And I was having a good time playing it single player. And honestly, I put it on this list because if you don't really like Kirby games, I would definitely try this game out. Hopefully it comes to Switch Online and it gives you more of a chance to try it out. This is a great game. Like, I might actually play this. And then I might get used to how Kirby controls and then go play other Kirby games and I actually might like Kirby now. I'm not promising anything. It might be a little far-fetched. I'm just saying. So I remember walking in Walmart with my aunt and seeing this game on the shelf and being like, why is Mario fighting Donkey Kong? What is happening? So I asked her if she could pick it up for him and I'd just do some chores around her house or something to, you know, pay for it. And she was like, yeah, sure, why not? You're cool. So I wish my aunt talked like that. So you get to play as Mario and you kind of are going through these, like, I'm going to describe it as like puzzle action. It's very interesting. This game is kind of like a 2D puzzle platformer that wants you to quickly think about how you can get from point A to point B the fastest. All the levels are short and bite-sized, which is pretty awesome, so it's perfect for quick gaming sessions while you're like in the kitchen making SpaghettiOs, or you're waiting for your dog to pee outside. It's basically a full-blown successor to the original Donkey Kong games and Donkey Kong 94, and I'm so here for it.
Amazing mini Mario toy. Hurry, bye. Bananas.
I remember that I'd go throughout the stages, and if I saw even one stage that I didn't get a gold star on, oh hell no. I mean, I probably didn't say hell, because I was like 7. Mario vs. Donkey Kong is kind of like a perfect example of why I love Nintendo, because they invent these like really strange and kind of off-the-wall ways of playing video games, and it's just like, I don't even know how to describe this game.
Attaway, Jacob. Way to articulate those thoughts.
Okay. I've never played Mother 3. I'm just gonna say that. I've had so many chances to, just never got around to doing it. I was always kind of sitting there waiting for Nintendo to re-release the game. Well, that didn't fucking happen. So as many of you are aware, Mother 3 is the official sequel to Earthbound. Earthbound is one of my favorite RPGs of all time. Got a copy of it right here. Only had to sell a couple kidneys to get it. While I was recording footage for this video, something like happened to me when I was playing Mother 3. I played it for about 2 hours and I immediately canceled my Switch Sports pre-order. So years back, whenever the fan translation started kind of making its rounds online, I did get it and I tried it out. I only gave it about 30 minutes because I was just in the middle of playing a bunch of other stuff, and at that time I was in college and I was just busy. So I didn't give it the actual time of day. I honestly don't really want to say too much about this game. All I want to say is, if you like Earthbound, play this game. And that hometown theme, man, if that was the theme to my hometown, I never would have left. So thank God that wasn't the theme to my hometown.
Mystic, Microscopic, Conqueror. The Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap. Only for Game Boy Advance. Rated everyone.
Minish Cap is one of the best 2D Zelda games, and no one ever seems to talk about it. And I think it's because it's not been re-released on anything outside of the Wii U. And, you know, that's like 4 people own the Wii U. Whenever I think of the Minish Cap, something that I always remember is the fact that I got this at Sam's Club. Of all places when I was younger. I was walking around Sam's Club with my parents one time and I saw that there was a new Zelda game that was out, like, in the front, it being displayed towards everyone. It was, like, near the bread or something. I don't know, dude, it's Sam's Club. And I had no idea that this was a game that was getting released, and I was a big Zelda fan, and I saw it, and I'm like, Why is there a talking hat? The Minish Cap feels like a true evolution of A Link to the Past, and it's got like a dash of Ocarina of Time in there. Dude, it's got the best rolls in the whole series. I mean, look at these things. I think what really made the Minish Cap feel like such a huge evolution and a leap forward is because, one, its graphics are fantastic for a Game Boy Advance, but the fact that it also has lots of voice clips in there that really kind of make you feel more like immersed in the world rather than just like these stilted sprites that A Link to the Past had. And I know there's a ton of people out there who haven't had the chance to experience this game because, I mean, why the hell would you go buy it for that price? And not only that, but Game Boy Advance games nowadays are so easy to make repro cards of, so you see all kinds of fakes out there in the wild, so man, sometimes you don't know what you're gonna get, so it just makes getting these games that much harder. Link's Awakening is great, and I would say that that feels like a pretty solid version of like a console Zelda on a handheld, but I think the Minish Cap is the first time that it really feels like we have a full-blown console Zelda on the go. This is great, man. I like this game. Yeah, yes, I'm serious. I did an entire video about this game like a couple of years back, and I was kind of shocked to see how many people actually typed in the comments of that video that they also remembered Sonic Battle, because no one talked about this game. Sonic Battle is this really weird spin-off of the Sonic Advance series back, I think it came out in like 2003 or 4 or something, I don't know. It takes place in between Sonic Advance 2 and Sonic Advance 3, and it features Sonic and his friends trying to train this little robot called Emerald. Now yeah, Sonic Battle, it's a little slow to start. It's got some thrilling gameplay segments such as this, but it's actually a pretty awesome 3D arena fighting game whenever you sit down and actually give it a chance. And man, I can only imagine the sweet multiplayer battles that can be had from this.
I'll show you my ultimate power.
I've never been the biggest fan of the Metroid games. I've tried them. I've played Super Metroid. I tried Metroid Fusion one time back in the day. I played the original Metroid. None of those really stuck with me. You know, I was having an okay time. Kind of just was getting lost and didn't really know what to do. And I was like, I don't know about this, man. But then I tried Metroid Zero Mission. I cannot get over how well Metroid Zero Mission is paced. This game's only about 5 hours long. It's not too long. It's like the perfect length. But Metroid Zero Mission does such an amazing way of directing the player to where they need to go, but not being too handholdy, and then also letting you explore this entire world by yourself. But the fact that this is a remake of the original game, and I can't even possibly fathom ever going back and playing that original, should just speak to its value. I mean, you can run, you can jump, you can shoot, you can fall, you can get hit in the face. I was Metroid by the end of this. Because of this game, I immediately am way more interested in the Metroid games. I'm definitely going to get a cart of Metroid Fusion sometime, play through that. I got Metroid Dread. Still haven't played it, but this game is why I got into the Metroid series. And it is a freaking crying shame that the only way to legally play it anymore is to get a cartridge of it, which, or to download it on the rotting corpse that is the Wii U. And that second option's only got about a year left on it. I didn't know if I wanted to include one of these on the list or not, but then I remembered that these have Mario Brothers, so I gotta talk about it. The Super Mario Advance series was a collection of games that came out from 2001 to 2004. Now, they consisted of the first one, which is a remaster of Super Mario Bros. 2, the second one, which was a remaster of Super Mario World, the third one, which is a remaster of Yoshi's Island, but not really, and the fourth one, which is a remaster of Super Mario Bros. 3. Now, I just said the word remaster a lot, and now I'm tired. These games were like the perfect gateway for kids like me who didn't have these classics growing up. So in my case, I had played the original Super Mario Bros., but I never played 2 and 3 until these came out. I had played Super Mario World on our Super Nintendo, but I never played the aptly named sequel, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Hey, why'd they call it that? So if I had to pick one that I would put on Switch Online, I'm just gonna say one here because I'm not gonna get greedy. I'm gonna go with Super Mario Advance 2. And I'm totally biased because Super Mario World is like one of the first games I ever played, so... But y'all know how much I love me some Mario Brothers. And that's the real reason why this game's on this list. Okay, so I'm gonna say this as nicely as I can. Where are my Gen 3 Pokemon games? The main reason that I included Fire Red and Leaf Green on here instead of Ruby and Sapphire, for like if I'm gonna pick a GBA Pokemon game, is because one, I'm not the biggest fan of Ruby and Sapphire. But I kind of just want to have, like, Kanto with all the content that came out in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, because we didn't really get all that in Pokemon Let's Go for whatever reason. Man, I just want a way to trade my Pokemon in a modern way without having to, like, find someone and, like, you do a GBA link cable hookup. Like, who does that? I'm sorry if I offended anybody out there who actually does that. As of right now, the only way for you to legally play those games is to literally have a cartridge of them. As far as I'm aware, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green have never been re-released. Like, the only way that you can play these games is by popping a cartridge in. Honestly, I don't even know, was Ruby and Sapphire released on the 3DS Ambassador program?
Nope.
But in my opinion, I just think Leaf Green and Fire Red are just stronger Pokemon games. Is some of that bias talking? I can't probably lie. I loved I loved Red and Blue growing up, and I love Gold and Silver. Maybe some of that is bias talking, but like I just never was the biggest fan of Ruby and Sapphire personally. But these are just fantastic remakes, and I really think that we just need to get them off of that original hardware and onto something else. God, even if trading's not supported, just give us some way to play these games in the modern age. It's been 18 years since these things have been out. Let's go. Game Boy Advance games just freaking rule. I just want more people to experience these like amazing works of art here, because there's so many games that are just sitting on this console, and there's no reason that they should be like that. Nintendo, I'm just asking you, bring them home, dude. Just bring them home. But anyway, that's all I got today. If you want to see some of my other videos, there's probably a couple at the end card that you can click on. I'd appreciate that. If you want to slap a like, maybe a subscribe, maybe, I don't know, give me your mom's social security number. It's also cool.
Yeah, don't do that.